Hi, Professor Sullivan. We're Team 12, and this is our presentation on conflict management. Today we will discuss the role of conflict in a team. Conflict often feels uncomfortable, like stepping into a storm, but the truth is not the presence of the conflict that is the problem. It's how we handle it and how we manage the conflict, the essentials for growth, creativity, and innovation. One of the most important takeaways from Sheila's hint, difficult conversation is that avoiding conflict creates bottle of frustrations which eventually erupt. In a team, avoid tough conversations means missing out opportunities that for progress instead of conflict provides the pressure testing that sharpens ideas and drives better decisions. Jim, can, can we have your thoughts on this?
Thank you, Sebas. You're absolutely right. Conflict, when managed well, can be a team's greatest asset. The Managing a Polarized Workforce article highlights how disagreements, when handled constructively, can spark creativity and collaboration. When someone challenges an idea, it's not about tearing it down. It's about uncovering blind spots and making the team stronger. In my current work as a resident assistant at Holt House, I've seen how conflict can be transformative. My co-RA and I had different ideas for a floor event. At first, I felt tense, but when we focused on the task rather than the disagreement, we created something better together that even our residents at Holt House appreciated. This leads us to an equally important question. What is the role of a leader in managing a conflict? I'll let Aru take it from here.
Thank you, Jim. As organizations grow, they become more diverse and global. With that come people with varied ideologies, traditional cultures, and life experiences. This can lead to polarization in the workplace and often disagreements. The complication here arises with various myths associated with disagreements, like disagreements are bad and the person disagreeing with us is uninformed, or the person disagreeing can be defensive. So these are just myths. And here comes from my work experience. I have worked in a cross-functional team where there were experts from various streams working together as a team, and due to difference of opinion, we had many disagreements which would sometimes lead to conflict. Here comes the role of a leader, good leader, to sort out things. So how can leaders create an environment where conflicts are addressed constructively and harness an environment where the team can prosper? My next teammates will focus on that.
Thank you, Alu. A good leader should create a culture where people feel comfortable sharing different perspectives. Using David Cantor's communication model, they should pay attention to where members come from in discussions. It's important to guide conversation so disagreements stay focused on work and don't become personal. In Japan, harmony is highly valued, which can make it hard for people to express opposing views. This is especially true in hierarchical settings, where junior members often hesitate to speak up to their seniors. To address this, I work to communicate openly and frequently so that others see me as approachable. During discussions, I try to understand each member's perspective and ask questions to uncover hidden concerns. In Japan, open conflict is uncommon. From my management experience, I've learned that much of the work involves encouraging people to share their opinions and fostering constructive disagreement. How about Yan?
Okay. So thanks, you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed, conflict is not something that is fearful or daunting. So once we have form out a strategy and also find out the root causes of conflicts, we can find a strategy and other ways to deal with these very challenging and complicated situations. So there are several approaches to choose from. So first of all, we can try to be a better listener. For example, we can try to listen more to others' situation and also others' opinions before making judgment or making final decisions. And secondly, we can be more tolerant about the culture and even moral standards, because the people from different culture may have different moral standard and also the way of doing things. The thirdly is that we can try to think in their shoes and also try to deal with the situation by thinking more about his or her problems and also how can we help to pull him out of this kind of difficulties or challenges. So once we have mastered these kind of tactics for communication and also resolving conflicts, we can have no problem and also try to successfully transform this conflict into a very harmonious situation and finally achieving a high performance team. Thank you.